Hey guys, what is up? It is the Wheelchair Gamer. We are back with another wheel uh, movie review. This time we're doing Thor Ragnarok. This just came out this past weekend, I think. Yeah, I saw it. It is definitely. I know I said that. Well, let me first start. Okay, this movie does have a lot of funny scenes in it. Um, some of it's kind of like really campy type funny, kind of like how the lame jokes that you would get with like Batman and Robin, like the Adam West styles, kind of under those lines, if you will. But once again, it's third installment of Thor. Um, Basically, there's cataclysmic events that are going to happen, which is Ragnarok. Don't want to go any further than that because I don't want to over-explain this to the point where, I'm giving spoilers because, like I said, this is supposed to be a spoiler-free review. So we're going to try to keep it that way. But I do think it is kind of funny. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is just really funny to me in this. Some people might think it's cheesy humor, but I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty funny. Um, but there were things that I think it clearly was, and I think filler film is definitely what it was. Something to get us through, to get us ready for Infinity War. I did hear one of my other people on YouTube going full nerd, which I've referenced a few times here. We're trying to actually get together and do a collab soon. I don't know when it's going to take off. It's actually about to message him here pretty soon. Also, I noticed that there's all this green screen stuff is kind of throwing off the hat a little bit. No worries there. I noticed that this seems to not be my chroma key seems to be a little bit off today. Yeah, so that gives us a little bit better of a view there. Let's see. All right. I don't know why it's doing that. That's just my shirt. It's just my shirt making it all look like all weird and stuff. Yeah, because you can still see the seats and stuff. Which we know I'm clearly not in the movie theater. But anyways, I think it's a filler movie to get us to Infinity Wars, like I said. Or I'm pronouncing that wrong. There definitely is some teasers at the end. Don't expect anything more substantial than what we've been getting. The second one seems to be more playful. Again, I'm not telling you what these are. I'm not going to give it away, but as always, there's one after the picture credits where, they show like a picture of everything, get the main people out of the way and before they get to the real credits, and then they have like a scene there, and then after the full credits, there's a scene that really doesn't have to do with anything. It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy with the Howard Duck thing. It isn't Howard Duck, so I don't want to give that away. It's definitely not that, so, don't think I gave a spoiler there either. The Hulk is in this. I don't think we're going to see a solo movie from him. Oh, by the way, I digressed. What I was saying about going full nerd was that he was talking about the fact that people were trying to say this was a movie adaptation of Planet Hulk, which it is not. I think that's pretty clear that it doesn't really have anything to do with that. And I have very limited knowledge of what Planet Hulk is. I do like reading comics. I haven't been reading them nearly as much as I would like. When it comes to reading that stuff, I'm more in the DC universe. But anyways, that's a whole other story. But this movie's pretty good. Am I going to sit here and say that it's like my favorite superhero movie? Absolutely not. It's definitely something that's entertaining. It's definitely something that's worth watching. It was cool to see Hela. She's a very interesting character because, like, that's basically well, I don't want to give that up. But she is... It's interesting how she's connected to Odin. They don't really elaborate on that. Like, they don't go too crazy, but they do enough to where you can, you understand what's going on, basically. Hulk is cool in this. He's got some funny stuff that he does. He actually does say stuff in this movie. Don't want that to be a spoiler, but it's funny hearing him actually talk because, it's a Hulk, okay? He's not going to, like, go into any deep analytical thing, okay? He very minute understanding of things to where it's like, you know, smash hit, you made me angry, you pissed me off, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, not very analytical, obviously, and that's what makes it so funny to me. Um, you know, Loki is a jackass like always. You know, kind of like always devious, always mischievous, but you kind of expect that from the god of mischief, would we not? But anyways, so I'm going to review this at a. I don't want to give it a 5. I cannot give it a 5. Um, I'd probably give this like a 2 or something like that. But let's go to 3. Let's say 3 just because I'm being generous and I really like superhero movies. You know, but, you know, that's kind of like, that's being really generous. So maybe like 2.50, 2.5, yeah. We'll do like 2.5, okay? Because it was enjoyable. Most people would think, oh, that probably means you hate it. No, not necessarily. If I hated something, I would give it a 0 or like a 1.5 or something like that. This I didn't hate absolutely because it was kind of cool because when you sat down to see the movie, you also got to see a trailer for Black Panther, like a really in-depth trailer this time. And let me tell you, it looked bad to the bone. It looked awesome. Like, it looked like it was going to kick some butt. And it just looks really interesting. I don't know a lot about this character, so I am kind of excited. You know, he's an African prince and stuff. And I know I'm digressing, but there isn't like a whole lot of groundbreaking stuff to talk about with Thor. I mean, Thor was funny. It's funny, entertaining, definitely worth seeing once. And I mean, if you like the Marvel Universe, you've liked the previous Thor movies, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't enjoy this. But I don't see it being a movie that people would watch again and again because it just does not have that level of appeal, I don't think. And again, this is my opinion. I mean, this doesn't mean that this is golden, that this means everything. But, you know, I thought it was decent. I thought it was really good. And now that I have Movie Pass, which I kind of want to talk about that for a minute. Now that I have Movie Pass, I tend to see a lot more films because Movie Pass is really cool. You get like this card. You go to MoviePass.com. I'm not sponsored by this. I'm just saying this. I'm just throwing this little tidbit out because I've really been liking the service. So anyways, you go to MoviePass.com. You sign up for it. They send you this card in 3 to 4 weeks, something like that. It takes a while. But you pay $10 a month, like a subscription to Netflix or whatever, and basically you have an app on your phone. On the app, I might be able to actually bring it up here. Let me see if I can actually show you guys. On the actual app, I don't know if you can actually see this, but let's see. For some reason, my app keeps on not loading properly. Alright, here we go. Okay, I got it up now. I don't really see anybody watching, but I expect people to watch this later, so I'm not really worried about that. So, I don't know if you guys can even see this at all. Yeah, you can't see it. But basically, when you go into the app, it will basically, if you put in your location, it'll find the theaters that are near you. And then basically, you pick the theater that you want. And you got to be, like, within so many feet of it. Let me see what it says here. Okay, so you have to be within 100 yards of the theater that you're going to. You can't do any pre-order stuff with this or any stuff like that. There's, you know, and you can only see the one movie one time per day. So, anyways, you check into the movie that you want for the time that you want once you're at the theater. And then once you do that, on that card, it loads the amount of money for that film onto the card. And you can either go to the kiosk or you can actually go up to the ticket window and pay for it as if you're paying for that ticket. And it is so cool. Like, I've already gotten the value out of it because I've already seen like 3 or 4 movies this month. It's been great. It is a great service, and I definitely recommend if you like films, there is no reason why you should not be having this. And this works at any theater in the United States, as far as I know. Continental United States are good. I don't know about Hawaii and Alaska. Maybe. They probably do too. It wouldn't surprise me. But that was my impression. So this service is definitely great. MoviePass.com. Check that out. It is awesome. But anyways, back to Thor. It was cool to see Hela, this new villain. And it was cool to see... one of the really cool things I wanted to bring up is that when he's fighting, there is 2 fight scenes where they start playing the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, which... I don't know if you've heard that, but that is badass to see Thor beating these things' asses while you're hearing, this song about Vikings and Valhalla playing. Like, it's badass. Like, it is the coolest thing that I think I have seen in a Marvel movie in a while, because the song pairs so well with this movie. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's pretty awesome because, at the beginning they have that, but I can't do it, obviously. I'm not even going, that's as much as you're going to get of that, okay? I'm not going to do any more because, God forbid you have to listen to that. I don't want you to have to listen to that. But on another note, guys, so this is the second episode that I've done of Wheel Movie Reviews. I hope you like that thumbnail. It's really stupid, with me holding the hammer and stuff. Like, I thought it was, I thought that was kind of a cool little touch. But anyways, guys, I missed my Sunday deadline for this because there was a lot of other stuff going on. And then I got caught up in that, and it just never happened. So, anyways, hey, welcome to the stream. We're actually kind of finishing up here, but anyways, I was just pretty much telling everybody that Ragnarok is definitely worth seeing, at least once. It's not something worth buying on DVD. This will not be in my Blu-ray collection. This will not be in my DVD collection, just because I'm not... the films that I'm going to buy, like, they have to be really good. They have to be films that I really, really, really love. Okay, so that pretty much covers Ragnarok. But I kind of wanted to throw another little tidbit in. I recently saw a movie called Adaptation with Nicolas Cage. It is a Charlie Kaufman film. It is directed by Spike Jonze, which he also did Where the Wild Things Are, and he also did Being John Malkovich, which is a great movie, also written by Charlie Kaufman. And if you haven't seen any Charlie Kaufman films, Self-Indulgence of the Mindless, what is it? Why can't I think of that film? I gotta remember this. Let's see. Spotless. Oh, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind was one that he did. That everybody probably knows. Or you might know Adaptation. But anyways, Adaptation is an excellent film, and I recommend anybody sees it. I'm probably going to do another review of that film. Even though it's older, I feel like it's something that needs to be put out there. I feel like it's something that I want to kind of put out there for you guys. Because I recently have been getting into a lot of films. Like, I've always been into film, but now I'm recently trying to, like, really analyze these things, really put out, what's going on here. Because there are deeper messages in some of these films. And you won't get that with the superhero movies, and I think that's why... I'm not saying they're necessarily bad, they're fun and stuff, but in terms of, like, having a really deeper meaning... now, that's cool. Having a really deeper meaning... uh, is kind of nice. I like films that make you think, essentially, and that doesn't, because like these movies, these superhero movies, you kind of watch it, and this isn't something I'm going to remember 2 years from now. I'm not going to remember this 2 weeks from now. Okay, I mean, it's just not that that memorable, if you will, but that's okay. It still was fun. I love seeing the Hulk. I love seeing the jokes between him and Thor. It was really good. Loki was funny. I mean, it was all pretty funny. I mean, and then also we forgot about Valkyrie. Valkyrie was a cool character, because basically Valkyries, if you don't know what they are, in Nordic mythology, basically Valkyries pick people up off of the battlefield, and they're women. And as you know, a lot of times women weren't really thought of very highly in these societies. Because they just weren't. I mean, it was just the way of the times, I guess, or it was the way their mythology taught them. I don't know if that, I don't know if that's why, but you know what I mean. There was a lot of misogynist behaviors, if you will. I don't know if they, but anyways, regardless, they would pick up, they'd ride in chariots over the battlefield, and then as Vikings died, they would actually take them to Valhalla. I could be wrong about the full process of this, but I'm pretty sure, I did like a project on this like a long while ago, and basically, that's what I read. There could be variations on that, but Valkyrie's a really interesting character and a funny character. She likes to drink way too much, which is hilarious. That comes into play many times in this, but, you gotta watch it to really enjoy that. But anyways, she gets drunk many times. It's hilarious. But, anyways, so she was a fun character. And then we got, what's his name? What is that guy's name? I can't think of that other guy's name. There's another guy that, like, kind of is like the guardian of this sword that sticks into this portal thing that allows Thor to basically go to and from Asgard. And once again, Anthony Hopkins is in this film as well. Not in a good majority of it though. But anyways, that's pretty much all that I got on Thor, guys. So anyways, look forward to more movie reviews. Like I said, I'm probably going to come out with an adaptation one. Just because I know this movie was released in 2002, but I think it's something that's worth it, the exposure, and you should check it out, guys. So anyways, if you enjoyed the content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and if you saw Thor, tell me what you think. Don't use any spoilers, try not to spoil it for anybody else. I'm not going to worry about that as this video goes longer, like as it's up longer. But just tell me your thoughts on the movie. Where was it strong? What do you think could be better? What are you excited about in the Marvel Universe? Let me know so we can have that conversation. So anyways, guys, you have a great day. And this has been a Wheel Movie Review. See you later.